All right, guys, welcome back. We're going to talk some more about weight and balance. So we're going to add a little more complication to the system. So we have 3 weights now on our little simplified system. And again, we have our fulcrum. We're going to treat that as our equal sign here. Let's say for the sake of argument, we have a 20-pound weight on the left side, and we have a 10-pound weight 3 inches from the fulcrum. So 10 pounds times 3 inches. And then we've got a 50-pound weight, let's call it 10 inches from the fulcrum. So 50 pounds times 10 inches. And we need to figure out what distance we need to place our 20-pound weight here to balance the system. And so we're gonna call this X, some unknown arm. So 20 pounds times some arm. And so we're just gonna do some basic math. 10 times 3 is 30 pound inches, plus 50 times 10 inches, that'd be what, 500 pound inches. And so those units match. So we have 530 pound inches, and we've got 20 pounds times some unknown distance to balance the system. We're going to move this over to the right side of the equation by dividing it. So divide this side by 20, divide this side by 20 pounds, and our pounds cross out. And now we're left with 530 divided by 20. Doing some basic math, 530 divided by 20 is going to leave us with 26.5 inches. So now we know we need to place this object here 26.5 inches away to balance this system. All right, let's do another problem. Now we have, again, our system here, our fulcrum, that's our equal sign. We have a 50-pound object on the left side, a 10 and a 5-pound object on the right side. And we need to figure out if this object here is 5 inches from the fulcrum, and the 5-pound object is, let's say, 20 inches from the fulcrum, where do we need to place the 10-pound weight to balance the system? Again, we have our 50-pound weight, 50 pounds times 5 inches on the left side of the equation sign. That's our fulcrum. And on the right side, we have 10 pounds times some unknown distance, plus this 5-pound object, 5 pounds times 20 inches. And doing some math, let's see, 5 times 5 is 25, so 250 pound inches. I can write like a normal human being. Inches is equal to 10 times some distance plus 100 pound inches. Let's subtract this 100 pound inches from this side to balance the equation. So 250, so correction, that'll be 150 pound inches equals 10 pounds times some distance in inches. Let's divide this side by 10, this side by 10. So now we're left with 10 pounds. The pounds cross out, and we're left with 15 inches is our distance. So now we know if we have a 50-pound object 5 inches away from the fulcrum and a 5-pound object 20 inches away from the fulcrum, this 10-pound weight will need to be 15 inches from the fulcrum to balance the entire system. All right, let's do one more. So before we were doing pretty simple calculations, and the plank did not have a mass. We didn't actually consider the mass of the plank in our calculations. This time we are going to consider the mass of the plank. Remember that anytime we're talking about weight and balance, we care about where the CG of the object is. So even though this plank might be 100 meters long or 100 inches long, we care about its location, the location of its center of mass or center of gravity in relation to the fulcrum, not the full length of the plank. So let's say we've got a 3-inch arm for the mass of the plank. Let's say we've got 10 inches for the 10-pound mass on the left side. Let's say we need to figure out what the distance is to place this 20-pound weight to balance the system. So starting on the left side, we have 100 pounds times 10 inches. our equal sign equals, and since the center of gravity is to the right of the equal sign, we'll put it on the right, 250 pounds times that arm between, again, the fulcrum and the center of gravity of the plank, not the length of the plank itself. So 250 times 3 inches plus 20 pounds times some unknown arm to balance the plank. So this is 1,000 pound inches equals 750 pound inches plus 20 pounds times some unknown distance. We subtract 750 from both sides. That should get 250 pound inches equals 20 pounds times some unknown distance. We divide the two, so 250 divided by 20, that should give us, again, our pounds cross out, and we're left with our distance is 12.5 inches. So the distance we need to place this 20-pound weight from the fulcrum to balance the system is 12.5 inches. Okay, so this was a step up from our last discussion about weight and balance. Stand by for the next video. I'll start increasing the complexity. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments and I'll try to address them as soon as possible. Thanks for watching. If you want more free ground training from a qualified ground instructor, hit that subscribe button to fly my way. Thanks for watching. See ya.